So the girlfriend gives her boyfriend all the answers. Hey everyone, today I want to talk about how to outsmart the cheaters. One super effective strategy for vocab quizzes. Okay, we're going to start with story time. So years ago, as a relatively newish teacher, I had this couple, I'm going to call them Sandy and Danny, two freshmen who were a couple. Sandy was in my morning classes and Danny was in the afternoon. Well, wouldn't you know that Sandy, who was a really good student, did pretty well on most of my quizzes. She might miss a couple answers here or there. But Danny in the afternoon, he was like a genius when it came to quizzes. Not so much in class, like he wasn't the strongest student by a long shot, but boy, he did really, really great, especially on my vocab quizzes. So it didn't take me very long to figure out that the girlfriend, Sandy, was feeding answers to the boyfriend, Danny. Now, I couldn't prove it. I didn't have anyone snitching. I didn't have any evidence. I just had a gut feeling. So one Friday on a vocab quiz, I wrote a separate quiz and I gave that to Danny's 5th period class. And would you know, Danny went through and put all of Sandy's class's answers on that quiz, even though those were completely wrong on that version. So there was my evidence that I needed, not to like call the parents and get all up in arms, but to educate myself about not leaving doors wide open for kids to cheat. So what I do now is I create the lowest prep vocab quiz of all time. That year, I actually ended up making a different vocab quiz for every single class. No, and I decided that was a huge waste of my time. So I needed a low prep, maybe no prep way for me to have a cheat-proof vocab quiz, and I came upon it and I've used it for more than 10 years. So today, you're gonna learn the secret to what might be the world's most perfect vocab quiz, or at least in my humble opinion. All right, here's what you're gonna do. Say it's Friday, it's time for a vocab quiz. Your vocab quiz is gonna have just 3 questions. So I give my kids 5 words every week as part of our Words on Wednesday bell ringer, and those words snowball as the semester goes along. The word bank that I could pull from gets fuller and fuller, and then we reboot at the semester for the spring words are a completely different bucket. So the snowball is happening, and I'd say 2 Fridays a month. I don't do it every Friday because it gets a little tedious, but 1 or 2 Fridays every month I'll have a vocab quiz and it's just 3 questions. I can pick any of the vocab words that we've had this far in the semester and I will give them a word. They will have to give me a definition in their own words. For the second question, I give them a different word. They have to give me a correct synonym. And for the third question, I give them a third word and they have to give me a correct antonym. So we cover definitions, synonyms, antonyms as part of our bell ringer notes that they have to study from, and that's what they have to do. They don't even have to give me word for word exactly the definition, synonym, or antonym that I gave them in class that we talked about during the bell ringer. They just got to give me accurate ones. So 3 questions, 2 points each, a 6-point quiz. It's not a big effect on their grade, but over time they start to add up, and it's a little snapshot for me to see that they're on track with studying their vocab. Vocabulary is a really big part of their semester final. And then we sort of empty out the bucket and then we start fresh in the spring. So what I like about it is I can make up a fresh quiz on the spot for each and every class. So even if first period tells third period during the brunch break which words I used, it doesn't matter because I'm going to use totally different words with third period. So it keeps them on their toes. There's no way they can cheat. In fact, I don't even make up the quiz until I'm standing there with my list in front of the class. You could write the words on the whiteboard or have it projected up there, but I don't even do that. I just announce the word and then they write down a definition, they write down a synonym, they write down an antonym. It takes me no time at all to grade. I often can get them graded quickly while they're doing their S.S.R reading on a Friday. I get them uploaded into the gradebook and I can pass them back that same day because again, it doesn't matter if anybody sees that quiz. Another great thing about it is it makes makeup quizzes really, really easy. So a kid was out on Friday. He needs to make up a vocab quiz. No problem. Come before school, brunch, lunch, and I give him a quiz of 3 completely different words from the list. It doesn't matter if he knows what words our classmates got because I'm going to use brand new words. So give that a shot. Let's work smarter, not harder. I love my students. I love them, but I don't trust them. Kids are desperate. They don't study all the time. They'll cheat. They'll make poor choices. And so I want to give them no temptation, right? Help keep them honest. All right, that's it for me this time. You guys, I hope you're having a good week. Have you memorized everyone's names yet? Keep working on that. I'll see you soon. Bye.